Hello, everyone, and welcome to this gloomy ass Australian day. Whew. Winter is about a month and a half away. Yeah, winter here starts in June, since our seasons are flipped from the southern hemisphere. And it has been raining for like 8 hours a day for about a week, which might actually come in handy for today's video because, as the title would suggest, I'm just gonna rattle off all my records real quick. Just then you could have probably paused it and like already had a look at all of them in advance. But anyway, I shall get into it. One of these only arrived at my house like an hour ago as well. Hell, the wrapping for it is still on the ground over there somewhere. There we go. Anyway, I shall get into it. Straight off the bat, are two records I bought from the thrift shop. We call it an op shop down here. And these ones are for the sake of sampling. I kind of want to make some like weirdo, classically tinged ballroom kind of hip hoppy tracks out of it, because that's something I want to get more into. And first off is this one. This one is so beaten up. This is supposed to be a closed record, but look at this. This one is a double LP of ballroom songs. I'm a big fan of The Caretakers Everywhere at the End of Time, as me making a long-ass video about it would imply. Also, look at this Suffocation long sleeve I just got. I'm seeing them next week, I'm so hyped. Anyway, this big old double LP, so that was a pretty nice steal. A lot of music to try and sample. And, oh my lord. Much like The Caretakers Everywhere at the End of Time, I want to go for like a glitchy kind of sound. So I grabbed a pair of scissors and went absolutely ham on this. I recorded the samples last week, I think. And yeah, I just got like this set of nail clippers and this pair of scissors, yeah. So when the record was playing, just imagine it's spinning right now for the sake of example. And yeah, while it's spinning, I was going like this. I was like moving the needle around at will, and I recorded for maybe about 4 minutes straight. And yeah, it gave me a really glitchy and messed up sound that I was looking for. This is so beaten up that I'm not even just going to bother. Also, for the sake of this video, and look at this! What is this? Oh, I'm probably just going to chuck that in the bin, honestly. These records were already beaten up when I got them, so it's not like they really need all that much plastic protection, you know? As we go, I'm probably just going to chuck them there, because that's where I normally keep them. Second of all, I managed to score some Wagner. Absolute classic composer, who I think is Austrian, German. Of course, you're going to be from that region of the world with a name like that. And, yeah, this is a single LP this time of 4 classical songs. And I had a bit of a listen, and it was a pretty decent classical suite, actually. As I said, it's only 4 songs, so all of them were hella long. The first one alone was like 16 minutes and took up like that much of side 1. Once again, it's just a regular black record. But none of my other records are regular black, and we still got 6 more to go. 7? 6? I don't know, man. And yeah, this one, in my opinion at least, didn't have as much, which would have been sample worthy. But I'll definitely give the album a couple more listens before I can think of ones to sample. And yeah, on the shelf it goes. These ones are already beaten up to death, so I'm going to put them to the front to block up... Hold on a second. To block up the edge of the guitar rack. Because a couple of my records have unfortunately been a tiny bit dented because of that. And a couple of them have a little bit of a bend because I put them right up front. But yeah, I really do need somewhere out better to store my records. I almost want to store them right there next to my amp. And I tend not to stand right here, so there's a very low chance of me accidentally kicking them and potentially breaking them. Anyways, the new kid on the block, this is a recent reissue. I knew I had to snag this. Winter's Gate by Insomnium. Oh, I've wanted this album on vinyl for like over a year at this point. And back when I was looking, oh god, there's already fingerprints on the cover, look at that. I saw another one over here. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I might have to clean this. Yeah, I've wanted to snag this record on LP for about a year now. And back when I was looking at it, it went for crazy prices. Like, I saw a copy pretty much exactly like this for like $120 or something crazy like that. This one plus shipping sent me back like 85, so that's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's the Insomnium classic. It's one of the best Melodeath albums ever made. It's just one massive track. Hell on the back. I was very disappointed about the back, by the way. Yeah, on the back it's just listed as one track. The LP itself, Napalm Records, I think this was under. Yeah, Napalm Records, they were selling this absolutely sick variant, which was like this big splatter. Unfortunately, it sold out before I could get it, so it's only in grey. Another thing which is kind of annoying is that the songs aren't divided. It's just side A, side B. You can tell there's something dividing it, so those might be the tracks. I don't know. But on the back of the record itself, it says that it's all just as one piece. I literally just talked about this album in my recent collab with Quest for Metal, of all people. So that's pretty awesome. If you want my thoughts, just go listen to that. And I did also get a bit of paper insert, which has got lyrics and blah blah blah. Band photo. I haven't actually had a proper look at this yet, so Oh, it says where everything was recorded as well. Oh, and it has a bunch of companies that the bands regularly use. Jackson Guitars, Blackstar Amps, EVH Amps, that kind of thing. Okay, that's pretty cool. And it looks like all 7 parts of the song have a name. Wait, is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. And yeah, it's got the lyrics for it. I might even have a read of these. See, that's pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to spin this soon. I'm actually having a buddy over who's a fellow metalhead who I know loves this album, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't heard it in a long time. So I might be like, hey, you want to jam some Insomnium, man? I got their record last week. Oh, come on. And that's going to go there. Hey guys, how do you piss off a black metal elitist in 1 second? Yeah, Deaf Heaven's Sunday the baby. This is another one with a relatively disappointing back. But having the numbers of each track etched into the middle is pretty nice. Oh yeah, you can actually see it. Today being so gloomy means that my camera isn't brighter than anything. It also has 2023 etched into it. Oh, you might not even be able to see it. Son of a bitch. Anyway, it says 2023, because this is the 10th anniversary remix and remaster. I actually did a comparison of both editions, like back to back in my head, like when the album came out. I was on my good recording headphones to make sure to pick up all the details, and yeah, they touched it up a lot. The drums and guitars are somehow more aggressive than before. They managed to slap some reverb on the drums and guitars as well, without making it overbearing. And yeah, I've talked about this album to death. You know that I think it's a black metal masterpiece. Well, black metal masterpiece. And definitely one of my favourite albums of the 2010s. It's probably number 3, 4, 5. Maybe even number 2. We will be getting to my favourite album of the 2010s soon, though. Or should I just do that now? Yeah, I will. Hidden history of the human race by Blood Incantation. I'm just going to show you guys the additional stuff that the record comes with instead. First of all... Oh, come on. There's a poster for it. This poster was kind of disappointing because I've seen other vinyl variants of this poster where it's like enormous. And this one, it's not that big and it's missing that logo with the text at the bottom. When I move house in August, I might... Yes, I'm moving house again. I won't get into it for personal reasons, but just be wary of that, guys. In August, this background will be no more. It also comes with this really strange booklet. Bunch of weird stuff in there. I showed this in a Discord voice call once and everyone went, what? There's the paper insert with the lyrics. One other thing that kind of annoyed me about this reissue is that a lot of vinyl copies come with this in colour. All of this details down here. This one's just black and white. Kind of annoying. Picture of the guys breaking down what equipment they use and who's playing what. Feel free to pause this at any time, by the way. Oh, come on. And there's going to be so many emojis made out of this, Jesus Christ. And a CD. Since I do not have a working CD player at the moment, I unfortunately haven't listened to the CD before. Also, this is a gatefold with the middle. Winter's Gate isn't a gatefold, by the way, which is kind of disappointing, but oh well. I have one of the best Melodeath albums ever made on vinyl now, so why not? Also, the back. I always love this. Concentrate. Another drawback of this... That is a food crumb. Another drawback of this record is that the variant isn't the best. It's limited to 1,000 copies, so this will probably be rare in the future. But apart from that, not that crazy about the variant. But much like the sacrifice for the mid variant on the Winter's Gate one, I get one of my favourite albums ever on vinyl now. I've got to show my records for the Deaf Heaven one, but just go watch my video about it. It's called... Oh, hang on. The booklet is still out. I just named it Mystery Vinyl Unboxing to be mysterious. Another super recent edition that I haven't had a proper chance to show on camera. Epitaph by Necrophagist. This is another one I've wanted on record for a super long time. The damn thing is only, 8 tracks, 32 minutes. It's perfect for the vinyl context, because it goes by like that. This is also a recent reissue. On a sick variant, but we'll get to that soon. This one is also not a gatefold, it just opens like that. The back is a track list, nothing that special. Yeah, iconic artwork on the front. And much like the Winter's Gate one, it's unfortunately just in paper. Not even a thin sheet of plastic. Come on, guys. But the variant. Whoa. Boom. Up to the sun, it looks gorgeous. But again, today is a gloomy ass day here in the outskirts of Melbourne, so you're not even going to be able to see it that well. As you can see, the record slits are super apparent, despite this wild variant. I was shocked about that. Because since it's mostly black, I was kind of worried that you might not be able to see the lines that well. But nah, you can see it so well. And the album itself... My lord. I listened to it twice in 1 week about a year ago. I just can't get enough of this album, man. I'm doing an updated top 15 albums of all time video very soon. Hidden History is going to be in that. Absolutely. It's going to be like number 11 or 12. This might squeak it in to like 20, 19, 18. I don't know. I said it'll be an updated top 15, which I might be expanding to 20. We shall see. Photo of the guys with all the credits and a bunch of thank you notices. Yeah. Look at these guys, man. Just like most people, I'm really pissed that Necrophagist never did a third album. But when the album you left us off on is this good, I guess you can't be too mad. This one did also come with a sleeve straight out of the company, the record company, so that's pretty awesome. And back on the shelf you go. I'm probably going to timestamp this as well, so you can skim over the records you're not as interested in. We only have 2 more records left already. And this one is the first record I ever bought. Polygon Dawn Land by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Since it was my... Why did I say it like that? Since this was my only record for a couple of months until I got my next one. That might have given it away if you're a big fan of that band. Yes. So this was the first one I had, and it was the only one I had for a couple of months. So I've already listened to this on record about 7 or 8 times. Um, this album is kind of a classic for the band. It's often regarded as one of their best. I would certainly put it at either number 1, 2, or 3. My top 3 King Gizzard records could change any day. I got this backing, which is kind of rare actually. I remember I've actually gone on Google a handful of times and looked this particular record up, like all the different variants. I haven't seen this particular variant that often. So this one is probably very rare. Oh, by the way, my Sunbather record is also limited to 250, and that variant has already sold out, so that's another one that's going to be hella rare in the future. Got this really weird stuff in the middle. It looks like the planets are melting, and then these ones are frozen. That's what it's always reminded me of. Oh, on the record itself, if you just want to talk about like the actual look of the record, this is hands down my favorite out of the ones I have. This absolutely stunning blue and red splatter. Jesus Christ, that's beautiful. Fellow record owners, tell me if you sometimes struggle to put them back in the sleeve. I need more record sleeves, by the way. I need to get on that. And last one. Passages into Deformity by Defeated Sanity. Oh boy. This is not easy listening by any stretch, and it is probably the last one I would chuck on, because this is just some truly dizzying tech death, man. I don't even know how they write or perform this. It's just beyond impressive. All of them have been playing their respective instrument for like 30 years, and yeah, you can tell. These guys are touring India and Japan soon. If they come to Australia, it will give Suffocation a run for their money of being so tight live. This is my only picture disc, and from what I've seen, picture discs get a bad rap. Some of them sound amazing, some of them sound terrible. This one sounds pretty damn good. And since Defeated Sanity are pretty tricky to get on physical, and this being a limited picture disc, which is limited to 300 copies, I think, this is another record, much like Sunbather or Polygon Dweller, which I'm sure would be very difficult to get your hands on. And of course it has the song titles etched into the back. And that's the record itself. I'm now out of records to show off. And that is going to do it. Are you a record collector? Have you picked up anything cool recently? Or if you're like myself and only have a few, list all of them off and tell me if they're on any special colours. And with that all being said, I'll see you in the next one.